Everybody that's here, I want to thank you for your time today. Me and my big brother, Big Keith Tate, my friend for over 50 years. We grew up together, fed the dog together, walked to the movies together. It's my dude from Soul back in the day. My road dog is on, y'all. Hey, we're going to talk about how you can save money on your cable bill. My brother Keith Tate is going to give a testimony for everybody out there who wants to save on your cable bill. And he moved from Verizon, Comcast, paying that high bill many years to come on, and tell his testimony how he was paying so much money in cable. I've been trying to help people for the last 4 to 5 years on saving on your cable bill. Now, this is one of my customers and one of my brothers who going to tell you how he came out so you can come out and save on that cable bill. Come on, Big Tate, talk to us, bro. Okay, Tate, you can talk to us, man. Give us some words of encouragement about how to save on your cable bill. Bring us in. It seems as though so many people out there who watching me right now who need some support and help on their cable bill. We want to help you to come on in. Let me see if I can get my brother back in. He's going to be coming in 1 second. Let's do this. Hold on for 1 minute.
Let me see if I can do it on my phone.
Hey everybody, Dr. Evans here. Yes, my brother Keith Tate, he'll be coming back on in a second. His phone had went out, but he's going to come back and give his testimony on how he's saving on this cable bill. And I'm going to show you the product use. It's amazing how so many people are out here today paying a high cable bill. You don't have to do that anymore. Comcast, Verizon, DirecTV has been charging people too much money over the years on the cable bill. What Dr. Evans has done, that's me, is I came about the process of getting you to save on your cable bill. I'm going to show you how to do it. I got 7 steps, 7 principles to show you how to save on your cable bill. No more high cable bills. 0423-9820. We're going to get you out today. The lines are open. Call 240-423-9820. Somebody just called Comcast. Somebody just called Verizon, DirecTV, Comcast, and said, my bill is too high. I'm tired of paying the highest cable bill. Well, this is the answer to your prayer. This is how we're going to get you out. I'm going to tell you the secrets and show you the secrets how to save on your cable bill. I'm going to get my brother Keith Tate back on. He's going to tell you how he came out talking about how they came out. Customers Linda Thompson, Langley Park, Maryland, Skip Powell, Solomon's Allen. He's going to tell his testimony, and his sister, all the way from Springfield, Virginia. Sheila Mathis, all the way from Delaware. Stephen Evans, all the way from Los Angeles, California. So many people who saving on their cable bill. Sister Deborah, Pastor Barbara, she's going to be talking about how she saved on her cable bill. Jerome Bowie, he's going to be talking about he saved on some that I've helped to save on their cable bill. I'm going to help you. Matter of fact, I got my brother. Let me Keith Tate. Let me get him back in to bring him back on. Brother Tate, you back in with us, bro?
Yes, sir. How you doing, Brother Evans?
Give me some bring in your microphone. Give me your mic. I want to hear your microphone in.
Okay.
So we can hear your mic coming in. Yeah, we got you.
All right.
We got you. All right. We got you good, man. I was just trying to get everybody to know you was in that cable bill. Now that it's over and you won't go back. But just tell the customers out here, man, how you switched up and how you saving on your cable bill now.
Okay, well, first off, Brother Evans, thank you for allowing me to share what you've actually brought to my life as far as a huge savings in my payments for my cable bill. I actually am one of your lifelong friends. You're one
Yeah.
of my best buddies forever and ever. So the credibility is definitely there. For where I am right now, you came and shared with me how this Roku process works. And to be honest with you, I was very reluctant. You're my boy for life. But I wasn't sure if I would get the same type of channel connectivity. And when you came over, you told me to simply go to a Best Buy and do what I needed to do and get what you said was needed. And when you came over, you just basically took all what was in the Roku box. You did a simple install, and suddenly the payments that I was making for Comcast, which was over $175 a month, was reduced to less than $35. Now,
Wow.
I did something that would probably be very good. I actually crunched a few numbers, Bishop, and I was paying $175 a month to cable. And Comcast had no problems disconnecting. They had no problems calling and threatening. So I went through that whole experience, and it was very traumatic because I also had a bundle with my internet. So now you're talking about compromising my son from even being on school time to actually continue his lessons. Now, with over the last 2 years, that is when you introduced me to the Roku and Sling TV package. I've now saved over $4,550 in less than 24 months. Now, this may not mean a lot to a lot of folks, but I guarantee you, with the plight we're in right now, with the pandemic, with people being laid off from work, with people not even having a home to call their home, that money can go a long way. Unemployment checks are being cut off. They're talking about having this whole situation with the Supreme Court being upheaval. We're going through right now racial injustice. We're going through all of what is the situation where we're really simply trying to survive as United States citizens. To have a stream of or a way that can cut back on what is really considered to be a lifeline for a lot of folks. I'm telling you, Pastor, what you did when you shared this with me, I initially had my reservations because I was, or I am, I want to be politically correct. I am a Washington football team fan. So I was concerned about, okay, now how is that going to affect me watching, which I really love as far as just one of my getaway sports. And you quickly reassured me that I wasn't giving up anything because you introduced me to something that was called customized streaming. Now, that is unique because not only was I able to continue watching live, real time football, but I was able to keep up with all of my favorite shows. I was able to keep up with CNN, with my news programs, with all of the major programs that I was accustomed to watching with Comcast. Now, the big deal about that is that it really blessed me because I was able to customize my TV or my cable, or as we now say, my internet streaming. So now all of that big bill I had, the 175, and they add this tax over here and they add that tax over there, it's just too much, especially right now. We should not have to choose between watching TV and feeding our family. We should not have to choose between watching something that we consider to be a, a good way of relaxation and actually having someone not knock on our door rather to say they want to repossess our car. So over $4,000 is a serious, serious savings in my household. And I really appreciate the opportunity that you afforded me and for what you did for a small fraction of an install. And I wanted to pay you because you're worthy of that. Your time is valuable, your gas is valuable. And even though you would have done it for a far less amount, I still had to take care of you because now I'm looking at over $4,500 savings, which I would have had to pay, or I would have not have had a an access to my son staying in school online, or me to be able to have a TV access for some of my favorite television programming. So thank you, Pastor.
Brother Keith, man, my brother for over 45 years, y'all. I had to help him out. He had just moved into a brand new house. You know, he had called Verizon to get it hooked up, and he called Comcast to get it hooked up. And I immediately stopped him. I said, Keith, don't do it, man. Don't have him hooked it up. He had them to come because they had already been on the schedule. So when they came to the house, you know, they said, we already hooking it up. Don't worry about it. We're going to have this. And he said, no, man, let me try my brothers. And once he did that, he took all that. He took all that. And I'm so happy because now he moved from renting the products from Comcast, Verizon, DirecTV, Cox Files, like some of you doing now, owning his. He's owning his son. He has a son. Talk about my godson, man, how he comes home and turns on programs for the kids. A lot of people don't know, how can my kids still see the programs if we're streaming? Talk
Yeah.
about that.
Well, before that, I forgot to mention, which is very important. I was about to have Comcast disconnect me, period. I had to plead with them to give me another 3 days because my bill was up to way over $500. And it was just unbearable because they demanded that I pay that money within 48 hours or they would just come out and disconnect everything. So after I got that notification, I immediately got very concerned for my son and myself. And I asked Brother Dave, I said, look, what can I do? And he says, I tell you what, you go get this product within 2 days. Within the next 4 hours, I would have you connected with internet, and also I would have you connected with Roku. Now, the thing about internet, let me just mention that I initially had to go ahead and contact Verizon for them to come out and install internet only, because initially Comcast had internet and all of my packages under one umbrella. So when Pastor, you suggested I get an internet connection, Verizon was the cheapest for me. So once I got the internet connection done first, I want to make sure that the viewers know the format and the procedure. You have to have a reliable internet source in your home as a feed, period. Once you have that, then Roku, then Sling, then all these other channels, which are customized, then can be inserted into your family's environment of watching TV and internet. And Bishop, as you asked me about my son, he is an only child. Um, he's very educated. He's very curious about things in life. So his whole thing was to be on the internet. And needless to say, we could not do anything without a signal. And once we got Verizon to do their part, that's when Bishop came over. He connected it, and we already had the connection with the internet for the screening for my son and for his school, online school. But then with internet, it allowed Pastor to go ahead and allow the Roku to connect to all of my TVs. Now, I had to have individual Roku packages 4 individual TVs simply because I wanted to make sure that I had similar options for all the TVs, but they were interconnected. And that made life very easy. And the other thing that you didn't tell me, Pastor, which I had to find out after I got it all connected, and you did share some of your secrets, you said you can literally take this fob, and that's all it is something you connect in with your TV. You said I could literally take that to other TVs and connect it. And I'm like, what are you talking about? You literally have everything once it's initiated, once it's activated, and you can literally take what is that Roku connection, pull it out, and you can go into another city. You can actually go into another country. Why? Because if they have internet, you have cable, or you have access to all of those channels that you've done. And the other great thing, Pastor, is what I'm doing now. I'm actually driving, not literally like right now, but when I'm driving and I'm out of the house, I now have a connection directly to my phone. So everything that I'm accustomed to watching at my home on my Roku system, I now can watch over my smartphone. And that is awesome. I'm sure you can do that with other channels, but the one that you introduced me to, it has saved me well over $4,000. It has given me the flexibility to have customized TV, and also I can still do my premium channels like HBO, or I can also do Showtime, and that's just an added service fee to have it, but it's very minimal compared to what you would be looking at $175 minimum mandatory fee for Comcast. So you've not only blessed me, you blessed my son, and you've given me complete flexibility with this one system, which is a lifesaver, and it also saves you hundreds of dollars immediately. So thank you.
I'm amazed.
Thank you.
I'm amazed by Tate, my brother Tate, Keith, as a businessman, as an entrepreneur. We're going to talk about some things. The phone is ringing right now. I see people coming in down your favorites from Texas. Gail Johnson, thank you. The phone is ringing. It's on silent right now. So whatever you're saying, brother Tate, is getting out there to people, and people are hearing. I want to take some of these calls and come back because I don't want to miss my customers, man.
Hey, man, it's been an honor, man. Thanks for having me on. And let me let you know in passing, man, you have saved me, and I owe you a nice steak dinner. I know how you like it, medium well, okay?
Hey, you know I love steaks, bro. Let's go ahead and eat good, Tate. Hey, let's do another one later on, man. We may be coming on do another repost on later on.
I would love
Thank you,
it.
bro. I
I
gotta
would
get
love
this
it.
call.
Thank you for the
The
invitation.
phone
All
is
right.
jumping off the hook, man. The phone is bringing out the hook, man. I'm sorry,
All right,
man.
okay.
Thank you.